Howdy, Jacob here. Today I'm going to go over the more intricate retirement calculator model. And so I first want to go through the exact same example as last time to show you that this can do everything the other one can, but it can also do much, much more. But again, it's more complicated and less trivial. In the last example, we had an individual who was 30, who was retiring in 30 years, who had $100,000 in investment accounts. And so I have that exam. If you stick to row 17, don't confuse yourself with row 16 yet. In row 17, we can see that um, I can spend the exact same $57,023 amount until I turn 100 in year 2103. So it can do everything the previous one can, but it can do much, much more. And so in this other example, first I want to go through some of the ins and outs of it before I get to the the example. So we have year until retirement, and so this retirement can be actual retirement or it can be quote unquote retirement. So because I have the ability to do a part time job. And so why would I have this? I have this because if I wanted to retire from my career by the time I was 40, but then maybe start a side gig that could still produce income but is more relaxed. Maybe instead of working the 50-hour weeks and grinding like a crazy, I really enjoy time and I want to spend time with my family more. I want to only work 20 hours a week in this position. And so uh, I have what I call a part time job to where you retire in 10 years, but then you do this part time job and can make money from there. Or if I wanted to retire by 50, I could just be like, I'm retiring by 50. I do not have, and you just have to put an N here, as in, no, I won't work a part time job. And then this doesn't matter, but just zero it out. And then everything, I have two separate things. So because you're retiring before age 59 and a half, you will want funds in just a regular brokerage account that you can use that aren't penalized if you remove them. And so I have two different contributions. One is to your non tax managed accounts, and then the other is to your retirement accounts like an IRA or 401k. And then here, just the year that you turn age 60, because the formula is taken into consideration when you turn age 60, then you can move down to your tax advantage accounts. And so in in what am I saying? Down here just is your base amount. So your non-tax advantage accounts, how much do you have there in there right now? And then your tax advantage accounts, how much do you have in there right now? And then the formulas are pretty similar to how I did the previous one. If you watch the more basic model, they are pretty similar. The only thing is this one changes whether it is uh, whether you're greater than 60 or not. Whereas the brokerage account just takes into consideration whether you have a part-time job or not. And if you do, we're saying that all that money is just going to this retirement account, but you're still using this income before you're 60. And so if we go through a quick example, we're saying you're married with another 25, you're 25, you married another 25-year-old, you're both nurses who want to quote unquote retire in 10 years and work at an IV clinic until you're age 60. So I'm saying that, if you're a nurse, maybe you're working 48 hours a week, and again, you really enjoy your time, and you're saying, I'm just going to go to an IV clinic. I'm going to work, 3 weeks on, 3 weeks off, whatever it is, have a gig, and I'm going to get paid $80,000 to do that. And $80,000 between me and my significant other, we will get paid $80,000 until the 10 years that I retire. I'm going to contribute $10,000 to my non-tax managed accounts. I'm going to contribute $30,000 to my retirement accounts, and I have $400,000 in my non-tax managed accounts. Maybe I was blessed by parents, grandparents, whatever it is, or you're just super good with money and somehow have $400,000, and then in your tax managed accounts, you've been investing for a couple of years, you have $50,000. And so, what this does, the steps to calculate this are one of two. So I could either go to when I turn age 60, which is 2058 for a current person who's 25, and I could go run goal seek on this by changing cell C5, which is the money spent before you're 60. And then I could go to when I'm 110. Again, I went over this video last time. 110 is a method for me to be conservative in your age and to have money until pretty much you die. And so if I were to go to 2108, that's when this individual would turn 110, and then I could change when I turn after 60, and that's what I produce. So this is saying that I can produce $101,000 of today's money a year until I'm 60, and then after only 28.7 thousand. So this is not going to work out. But what I could do is be like, you know what? I don't 101,000. That's not something that I plan on spending until I'm 60. My significant other and I are pretty frugal, not frugal, but we don't spend a lot. Maybe we'll have the house paid off by then. So let's assume that I'm just going to spend $60,000 until I'm 60. What I can do then is go to when I'm 60 and then add up what the amount that your brokerage account will be and your retirement accounts will be. Paste that into hard value paste that into this cell, and then I can go to where I'm 110 again, which would for me in this example be the year 2108. Run the goal seek again, and then change the post 60 value, and now you can see that I can spend even more in retirement than I was pre-retirement. And so there's just a lot of different things you can do with this model. Again, let's say that I want to retire in 20 years or let's say I want to retire in 25 years when I'm 50, but I don't want a job and I won't get paid money. I will still contribute 10,000, 30,000. So then I'll go to where I'm 2058 is where I'm 60, and I can say, let's say I want to spend $100,000. Okay, then I can add up these two. Now I have 7 million in all of my investment accounts. Now I can go to where I'm 110, 2108, rerun a goal seek by changing post 60, and you have about 90,000. So there's different ways to finagle with it. I'll try to stick for the last minute into these cells so that you can pause the video and create this on your own. So this is your non-tax advantage account initially, and then this is the one that you could copy and paste all the way down. You'll see that it's negative numbers after you're 58 if you do your goal seek on it. It doesn't really matter for this example. Just keep that in mind. You can fix it if you want. And then here's the tax advantage account one. And then here's the one you can copy and paste all the way to the right. And so, yeah, I hope this is helpful and people use it and it helps. And so I hope everyone has a good rest of their day. Thanks so much.